AI ethics, a future of dystopia or utopia. Will AI lead us to a utopia or a dystopia? That question sounds dramatic, but it is quietly shaping the world you wake up to every single day. Somewhere right now, an algorithm is deciding what video you watch next, what job ad you see, or whether your loan application gets approved. And the wild part is that most of us barely notice it happening. Today, we are diving into AI ethics, not as a dry academic topic, but as a very real force that could shape the future of our society. This is not about robots taking over tomorrow or glowing utopian cities next week. This is about small choices being made right now that quietly add up to massive consequences later. AI ethics matters because technology does not grow in a vacuum. It grows inside human systems that include power, money, bias, and very human flaws. Before we get too serious, let us ground this in something relatable. Think about the last time you yelled at your phone because autocorrect changed your perfectly reasonable message into something unhinged. Or the time a streaming app suggested a movie that made you wonder if it even knew you at all. We laugh at those moments, but they are tiny reminders that AI is already shaping our daily lives. Behind those harmless annoyances are much bigger systems, making far more important decisions. And those systems are built by humans who bring their own assumptions and blind spots with them. That is where ethics enters the picture. Ethics is basically the question of what should happen, not just what can happen. When it comes to AI, that question becomes urgent very quickly. Let us start with privacy, because this one hits close to home. AI systems thrive on data, and the more personal that data is, the better they perform. Every click, location ping, voice command, and late-night search becomes part of a massive digital footprint. The convenience is undeniable, but the trade-off is often invisible. Many people have no idea how much of their personal information is being collected, stored, and analyzed. The ethical dilemma is not just about data being collected, but about consent and control. Did you truly agree to this, or did you just click accept because you wanted the app to work? Now imagine that same data being used not to recommend a playlist, but to predict behavior. That is where things start to feel uncomfortable. Another major ethical challenge is bias, and this one is especially sneaky. AI systems learn from existing data, and existing data reflects existing inequalities. If historical data is biased, the AI trained on it will be biased too. This has already shown up in hiring tools, facial recognition systems, and even medical decision-making. The scary part is that AI can make biased decisions look neutral and objective. A computer output feels authoritative, even when it is quietly reproducing unfair patterns. Bias in AI is not always malicious, but its impact can still be harmful. When an algorithm denies someone an opportunity, it rarely explains itself. That lack of transparency creates another ethical problem. Decision-making without accountability is a dangerous combination. This brings us to one of the biggest questions in AI ethics. Who is responsible when an AI system causes harm? Is it the developer, the company, the user, or the algorithm itself? Right now, the answer is often unclear, and that uncertainty creates real risks. To understand why this matters, imagine a future scenario. Picture an AI system managing healthcare resources in a crowded city. It is efficient, data-driven, and optimized for outcomes. But one day, it consistently prioritizes some groups over others. No single person made that choice in isolation, but the consequences are very real. That is the kind of slow-moving dystopia people worry about. It does not arrive with explosions or dramatic announcements. It arrives quietly, wrapped in efficiency and convenience. Of course, it is not all doom and gloom. AI also holds enormous potential for good. Ethical AI development has already improved medical diagnostics, education, and accessibility. AI systems can catch diseases earlier, personalize learning, and assist people with disabilities. These are not theoretical benefits. They are happening right now. The difference between utopia and dystopia is not the technology itself. It is how intentionally we guide its development. Experts often emphasize that ethical AI requires human oversight at every stage. That means diverse teams, transparent systems, and clear accountability. It also means slowing down when necessary, even if faster deployment is tempting. Here is a surprising reality that many people miss. Most ethical failures in AI are not caused by rogue machines. They are caused by perfectly normal incentives like profit, speed, and competition. When companies race to deploy AI first, ethics can become an afterthought. That is why public awareness and discussion matter so much. This is not just a problem for engineers or policymakers. It affects anyone who lives in a society shaped by algorithms. And that means you. At this point, you might be wondering where you fit into all of this. You may not be building AI systems, but you interact with them constantly. Your attention, data, and choices influence how these systems evolve. This is why conversations about AI ethics cannot stay locked in conference rooms. They need to happen in public spaces, including comment sections. So here is a question worth thinking about. Would you trust an AI to make life-changing decisions about you? And if so, under what conditions? Now let us build toward the biggest concern of all. Unchecked AI development does not usually fail all at once. It fails incrementally in ways that feel reasonable at the time. A little less privacy here, a little more automation there. Each step feels manageable, even beneficial, but over time, the balance of power quietly shifts. Humans become less involved, less informed, and less able to intervene. That is the real ethical cliff. A future where decisions affecting millions are made by systems few people understand. In that world, opting out is no longer realistic. This is the dystopian scenario people fear, and it is not science fiction. But there is another possible future. A future where AI is developed with humility and restraint. A future where transparency is a feature, not a liability. A future where ethical guidelines evolve alongside technology. That future does not happen automatically. It happens because people demand it. So as we wrap this up, let us reflect on what we have explored. AI ethics is not about stopping progress. It is about shaping progress responsibly. The choices made today will echo for generations. Whether AI leads us toward a utopia or a dystopia is still undecided. And that uncertainty means our involvement actually matters. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. What excites you most about the future of AI? And what concerns you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments and respond to someone else's perspective. If you found this discussion valuable, take a moment to like the video. Subscribe if you want more deep dives into technology and its impact on society.